Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our webinar. This is Courtney, the Marketing Coordinator here at AIM. Today's webinar will be recorded and then later posted on our website. This does mean that all attendees will be automatically muted so that we can get a quality recording. If you have any questions, go ahead and type them into the chat box and we'll try to answer them throughout the presentation. But if we're unable to get to all the questions, we'll have a member of our marketing team reach out to you individually to make sure you get that answered. We do have webinars every Wednesday morning, so keep an eye on your email for the next invite coming your way. With that, I'll go ahead and hand it over to Don this morning so that we can get started. Go ahead and take it away, Don.
Thank you, Courtney. Good morning, everyone, and definitely Happy New Year. This brand new year, want to get things started the right way, and this is a great way to do this with Lumico this morning. Again, Don Erickson here with AIM. Today's special guest, we have Nick Olson, Lumico's Strategic Accounts Vice President. We will be going over new updates and details with Lumico's Medicare solutions to best serve the clients. As always, that's our goal here. The Lumico's footprints, the latest updates, and product availabilities also. With that, good morning, Nick. How are we doing today?
Hey, good morning, Don and Courtney. I'm doing well. How are you all?
Very good. Well, it's actually snowing pretty good this morning, so just stay inside and don't slide around, that's for sure.
I know that all too well, unfortunately, being in the upper Midwest here. So, but hey, thank you for having us this morning and early in the year. We're super excited at Lumico about 2024 and turning the page into a new year. And I love what you said about best serving consumers in the Medicare supplement space, because that's a drumbeat that we march to at Lumico as well. And we center a lot of our services, go-to-market strategies, products around best serving consumers and trying our best to empower agents to be able to do that. So I'm glad you pointed that out. And, that's kind of the discussion that I have for you today, is to give you all updates and arm you as best I can with the information that I have at this moment in time, early in the year, to give you all the latest updates and give you everything that Lumico has to offer for consumers in the U.S. for Medicare supplement this year. So I'm going to spend the next 25 minutes to half an hour or so giving you the latest updates. Some things might be review for some of you. Other things will be sort of new, hotter, off the press updates that we haven't widely shared so much yet. So you get some of that as well. And then, as Courtney mentioned, at the end, we can do some Q&A, and I'll do my best to get your questions, or throughout the broadcast here, we might have some questions as well, but I'll do my best regardless during the presentation or at the end to make sure we get everything answered for you. To jump into it and really, catch you up, as I mentioned, a little bit of review for some folks. I do like making sure you understand the full picture of who we are at Lumico Medigap Solutions. And it starts with our unique ownership structure. We are a carrier that is wholly owned by the Swiss Re Group. Swiss Re is not necessarily a consumer brand or forward-facing brand in the Medicare supplement space. However, in the insurance business, Swiss Re obviously is a very well-known entity. I wanted to shed a little bit more light on just how it fits into the Lumico picture for you here. So a little bit about Swiss Re. The Swiss Re Group was founded in 1863, been around for a long time, headquartered in Zurich, Switzerland. It is, as it stands today, and I think has sort of held the badge for the last few years or so, or even longer than that, the largest reinsurance company in the world. Quite a broad footprint globally with 90 offices in 30 different countries. And the balance sheet for Swiss Re, the financials, is quite sizable at 40 billion of revenue in 2022. The 23 results will be reported a little bit later this year as things shore up there. 171 billion of assets, and we have a large employee base with 14,000 or over 14,000, almost 15,000 employees globally. those are the sort of the quick and dirty highlights. But what I really wanted to emphasize with this unique ownership structure that we have is that because we are owned by Swiss Re, and the core business of Swiss Re is reinsurance partnerships. What that means is we partner with the top insurance brands and insurance companies that you're familiar with across the globe, in many different countries and distribution across the product lines of life, health, property, casualty. And so what we get from that is many years of experience at our backs, understanding risk, a variety of different risks across those product lines, and really being an expert in those areas. And we get to utilize that experience and understanding of risk and take that and use it to build the products that we have, to best serve consumers and our go-to-market strategies as well. So we can use that. It's a long way of saying we can use that expertise that we've developed over the years that we have at our backs to try and build the best products possible for consumers, to give them the most value and ultimately the peace of mind that they're looking for. Okay, so let me show you a little bit of a different view of how it fits in. I'm going to throw a few brands at you here throughout the presentation, and I'll make sense of it as we work our way through. But as I mentioned, Swiss Re is our parent company. Lumico Medigap Solutions is our parent brand for our Medicare supplement business. And under that parent brand of Lumico Medigap Solutions, we have our two papers. Lumico, very simply just Lumico. And that paper was our first. It's an A-rated entity. Currently, we have a 7-state footprint for the Lumico paper where it's being sold, and then the plans that we offer there are A, F, G, and N. Household discounts on the Lumico paper typically are at 7%. The second paper we introduced is called Ellipse Life. Again, A-rated, larger state footprint with 24 total states. And the plans we offer here are AFG, and we've added a high deductible plan G as well. Most of the states on the Ellipse have a 12% household discount. Washington, as you know, is 7%, but most of the states on the Ellipse side have a 12% household discount. So to break that down and go a little bit deeper, I want to show you our current state footprint. One big change that we made earlier this year, there's a few things I want to talk about here. One big change that we made earlier this year was we decided to decrease our state footprint this year in 2024. And so we exited 9 states at the beginning of the year. You probably saw those communications. We exited 9 states for new business. Some of those are noted in gray on the slide here. And I'll just give you the background there real quick. As you know, in the last few years, the markets in the med sup space have been pretty interesting, particularly for carriers. And so for the time being, we decided to exit those states for new business because we wanted to best serve consumers, and rather than needing to have larger rate increases in those states, we thought it best just to pull out and watch the local markets and how they develop, and potentially get back in at a time when we can better serve consumers. So I just wanted to be upfront about that, because you probably noticed our state footprint changing this year from 40 down to the 31 that we're currently in. That's the reasoning behind that. We still have a really solid footprint in the 31 states that we are in, with the 24 Ellipse that you see in pink on the grid here now. And then we also have the 7 Lumicos as well that you see in yellow. The gray states are where we're not available.
Yeah. One question with that, is, how you guys discontinued in those states. A really nice way to look at it is where Lumico is looking out for the client's best interest, really. I mean, that's the biggest thing when you come out and you're going to go back in, after you look at, what's going on with the local and other plans. I mean, that's just one thing that Lumico has done. They're looking out for the best interest, like we've talked about at the beginning of this thing. And by pulling out, you're protecting them from having bigger rate increases down the road.
Exactly.
Yeah, just the knowledge of that is huge.
Thanks for pointing that out, Don. That's as far as the rate strategy goes for us, and I'll talk about it later too, but it's always let's be as competitive and provide as most value as we can up front, but we need to do that sustainably down the road as well. And we don't want large rate increases, down the road as well. So that's been our rate strategy, and thanks for pointing that out, Don, about those states. You might be wondering why I have a blue star on 3 states on this map as well, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this later. Also, those are the states where we have our silver and fit benefit available. So Washington, Oregon, California, right in the wheelhouse for many of you, I would think, on the line. That's an added benefit on the policy where there's no additional cost to the consumer, but a really nice talking point and great wellness addition for consumers to get as part of their MedSup policy with Ellipse or Lumico. I'll give you the details on that in a moment. I'm going to go a little deeper on those 3 states, or 3 states in particular as well, and that's of course Washington being the first here. This is available on Ellipse paper with us. I mentioned I'm going to throw a few brands at you, and so yes, Ellipse, you can see it right here in the upper right. Washington is on our Ellipse paper. The plans available for you are AF, GN, and High G, 7% household discount, 2-buy rule, and again, the silver and fit membership at no additional cost to the client. I wanted to give you the latest heat map that we have. You can see we're still in the game quite nicely here. The heat map here shows by rank how we rank across the state of Washington, and this is broken down by a county level. So, we're still right there, top 3, top 4 across the entire state. On the eastern part of the state, we're a little bit more competitive than the western side. However, if you're looking for a carrier that uses that rate strategy that I talked about to be competitive up front, but sustainable for the long term as well, and you want some added lifestyle and wellness benefits for your clients at no additional cost, we are a fantastic option for you in the state of Washington. California, similar to Ellipse, or similar to Washington, we are on the Ellipse paper as well. Same plans. Household discount is different here in California at 12%, and it's a 1-buy rule. I get asked this a lot, so I wanted to point it out that we do pay normal commissions for birthday rule business in the state of California as well. And again, you've got silver and fit available for you. As you can see here, we shine a little bit brighter in Northern California in the rural areas, and then the pockets in Southern California as well. Last state I wanted to show you is Montana. Montana is on Lumico paper. Plans A, F, G, and N. Household discount of 7%, and then the 1-buy rule applies here in Montana with us. Silver and fit is not available, but we've taken a really nice position in Montana. We're very, very competitive across the board for you. So if you're appointed and selling in Montana, give us a look to help out with your clients. Okay, and then as I mentioned, I did want to dive a little bit deeper on silver and fit because it really is a great benefit that's offered. And I know the clients that have signed up for this at no charge to them we've gotten a great response from it. We've gotten a lot of good feedback. So it is interesting. If you're not familiar with it, very simply, they take a 3-pronged approach to lifestyle and wellness for seniors. Very simply, the three-pronged approach is you get access to digital fitness choices and home tools that they give you to bring home, and if you want to work out at home, they give you some great tools to use at home and work out that way. You also get a coach to work with. There are incentives like rewards and different programs to help you stay motivated, and social clubs that work to keep you accountable and in continuing your workouts. And then if you don't want to work out at home, they also give you access to different memberships and fitness clubs that are in your area. So basically, they give you no reason to not work out. And they do a great job of making it engaging and kind of fun. And you get some free stuff along the way. So if you look at these scores at the bottom, pretty cool, 97% satisfaction from their members and a 65 point NPS, which is really, really strong. Some of the home tools are pretty cool that they give you. You can get some wearables if you would like, if you want to go that route, but they also arm you with, pool items if you're a swimmer, and I know a lot of seniors really get into some of the water aerobics classes or swimming, so they give you those things. They also can give you the Pilates kits, or they've got some bands and some dumbbell work that they can work with you on. Just a lot of different options to really tailor it to what people are looking for, and it's just it's a great talking point and no-brainer at no cost to make sure that your clients are aware of this. Okay, let me just pause there. Don, if I can check in with you and see if there are any additional questions at the moment on any of that before I get into what's new.
Just a couple little things. There was, what is the 2-buy rule? I'm thinking, does that have something to do possibly with the household discount? There was a question, what is the 2-buy rule?
Yep, exactly. There are 2 conditions that need to be met in order for the household discount to apply to those policies. And so probably the easiest way to help you get more information would be to view the household discount form for that state, and it can clearly go over those 2 conditions that need to be met in order to get the household discount.
If they're married and then they've been in the household for 12 months with somebody over a certain age, and different states are a little different with each household discount rule. California is different, Washington, Montana is a little different. Every state's a little different when you're working with that household discount rule. So yeah, when we're talking to agents and clients about it, that form explains exactly how it reads.
Exactly, that's right.
And then another question was, with the states that were discontinued, the policies that are in force, that doesn't affect those at all, right? It's basically anything going forward. There was nothing continued. But the policies in force stay in force with no issues.
That's right. Yep, absolutely. The people that bought policies in those states can keep those policies for as long as they would like to have them. Okay. It's just new business that we are no longer accepting.
Gotcha. The other one was, and I kind of noticed it myself, was the Silver and Fit. I believe, wasn't it just in Washington, California? Is Oregon new to that? To where was it this year that they brought that out in Oregon for Silver and Fit, or did Oregon have it also?
It is new. Yep, we did roll it out actually late last year and during AEP, so it probably wasn't as noticed with how busy everyone was. Not the ideal time to roll it out, but better that we rolled it out as soon as we could.
That's a great bonus to have. It's a great bonus to have, just knowing that, and talking and working with a lot of agents and myself, writing business, the Silver and Fit thing, having a gym membership that's included. Some carriers, XYZ carriers, don't have it even that you can even buy, or you have to pay optional for it. But with Lumico's, with the 3 states in our backyard, Washington, Oregon, and California, having that Silver and Fit, it's kind of like a selling feature. A lot of clients like to know that it's available it does no charge, but sometimes they won't even use it. But just knowing basically that it is included, it's a big deal. That can almost be a closer in some states for that.
Absolutely. Yep.
So I think we're good with questions so far.
Okay. Cool. Well, let me talk about some exciting things. I'm very excited for 2024. We're always doing new stuff at Lumico. We try to be creative, innovative, do some fun things, and help people as much as we can. So let me give you the updates for 2024. We have a new paper that's going to be coming out this year. It's our third paper, and it's going to be called American Sentinel. This paper is going to be initially available in 14 states. Similar to Ellipse, we'll have the 5 different plan types, 12% household discount like Ellipse as well. In most states, we're going to do that in every state that we can. Of those 14, I know there's one of them that has the 7%. The other 13 have 12. And then a little bit different than you've seen with Lumico and Ellipse, with us, this is going to be geared more valuable for underwritten applications for the non-guaranteed issue business. So you'll see more of a focus on underwritten business with this paper. And then the timing, and I'm just going to, as we work to enable or to launch the paper and make it available, timing is looking like second quarter, sometime in the second quarter or third quarter as well. If you read in between the lines, yeah.
Sorry, Nick. I kind of get excited when you see that you're actually going to have another one come out in 14 more states. That's going to be huge for Lumico and for agents, just knowing about that, being a second quarter, third quarter, and what states are kind of going to be. Do you have any, you know what states those are, or any hints of those, or we have to wait basically till second quarter when they actually will get more information later?
I would love to share as much detail as possible with you, but this is the most I can share at the moment. But I will definitely be getting the word out to you all so you have it when we are able to share.
Yeah, the biggest things with contract, making sure they're appointed, good to go. So yeah, I mean, as you said, we can't do too much information, but so the contracting will still be through the Lumico, through the contracting link for that.
That's right. Yep, that's right. And the good news is you may or may not have noticed, but when you appoint with Lumico, in our contract verbiage, it does specify other entities that we may make available down the road. That's not the exact legal terminology, of course, but we do have that verbiage in the contract so that we can auto port your appointment into the new carrier. If you're appointed with Lumico and Ellipse in one of these 14 states, we can auto appoint you with the new paper.
Perfect.
So would give you a seamless.
This makes it, it simplifies the the process, so you don't have to go back in and try to do another contract. Everybody that loves licensing, I'll say that.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay. Anything else on this one?
No, that's just it's always good to hear something that's coming out for a new name. Having more states to work with, because people work in more than one state now. I mean, anywhere you look, people have their resident states, but now they're non-res states here and there. So we always ask the question, hey, are you working in another state? By the way, if you are, we want to make sure you have the most competitive, products for your portfolio. That's the thing you have to ask every time. It's kind of like asking, do you want fries with that? The McDonald's thing. Do you want to add fries or super size or whatever you want to say it? If you don't, you're doing a disservice to the agents that we work with by not helping them with every state that they work in just by asking the question.
Yep. On average, we see most agents work in appoint in at least 3 states with us on average. So
that'll be nice with this is if they have the Lumico or the Ellipse somewhere, knowing when this comes out, if they work in that other state, they won't have to do another appointment. It'll just carry over.
That's right. And the way they're quoting and doing apps now, it will just become available for them.
Yep. I like it. Very good.
bullet number 4 here, I do talk about underwriting, so let me go a little deeper for you there. These are additional changes that we'll be rolling out this year. We'll be getting you the details so you're aware of exactly what's changing and how field underwriting for you might change for that non-guaranteed issue business, of course. We're going to be adding additional tech to support our underwriting process. This is clearly a benefit for the e-app, for those of you that submit applications via e-app, to get you more instant decisioning. So we've made a goal this year to be one of the best carriers that we can be for underwritten business. And so part of that is getting our instant decisioning rate up to 90% plus. So the adding of new technology to our underwriting process, in addition to the third bullet here about creating a new application that eliminates gray area, more of a black and white application, will help us get to that 90% plus instant decision rate. So 2 big changes. 1, adding new tech. You won't see that necessarily. It'll be on the back end. Number 2, a refiling of applications that are black and white. This is accepted. This is not accepted. And ultimately, this is going to help us make instant decisions on 90% plus of applications that we see in the e-app. So we'll get you those details and make sure that you have plenty of lead time to see what will change there. But I think again, a really nice update where it's easier. You're going to know exactly where your client is going to stand with us, and if we're the right choice, hopefully we are, to help them get the peace of mind they're looking for with their Medicare supplement. Last thing I'll point out here is you will see an e-app update this year as well with us. You'll have the same functionalities. You'll see some enhancements as well, but more information will come out about that. Very intuitive, very simple, seamless e-app processing.
Yeah, the simpler the better when you're talking the e-app. I mean, some carriers, it's kind of every carrier is a little different, but if you make it easy, they come back to it. And once you've done one, and if there's updates that are even more than what there already is, that's a great thing. One question on the e-app that I did have that someone had asked is about the signature. When you're taking the e-app, and how the signature is there voice signature that you can use?
So we did have a voice signature. At the end of the year, we actually removed our voice signature option because we have the code signature option available, and it's widely used compared to the other choices that we do have available. We do have an electronic signature available also, but by and large, by a wide margin, the code signature where we can either text or email a four-letter code to someone and they can repeat it back is so easy and shorter that we chose to get rid of our voice signature this year.
Okay, so the code one's pretty simple. Just send you a code, you repeat it, and that's it for the signature.
That's right. Yep, it was our replacement to the mother's maiden name signature capability, and very, very simple.
Good, I like it.
Good. Yeah, I have a video of that if anyone needs it. Just a quick 2-minute video to see.
Yeah, if you can send it over to us, that's something that we can send out later on when we're talking and doing our follow-up calls. Maybe a nice feature just to be able to have them, have at their fingertips.
Sure. Yep. Can do.
Okay.
Okay. A few other things that I want to talk about. This is something new that we're doing this year in 2024 as well. I'll caveat it right out of the gate that this is available where states permit. Obviously, we can't do this in the state of Washington for Washington business, but we can in other states. And we've created a loyalty program. Agents doing business with us throughout the year will achieve a different level of our loyalty program based off of the amount of business that they issue with us. So you get different perks as you work your way up the mountain throughout the year. It starts with the Explorer level, as you can see here at the bottom. And along with that, we'll give you a $100 lead credit that you can use through the Integrity Lead Center. You'll get a $100 credit that you can use to buy leads. You'll also get some swag from us at that level. And then, you know, as you work your way up, you go from 20 issued apps and you achieve the 35 app milestone. We're going to give you another $100 lead credit that you can use on the Lead Center, a total of 200 at the second level. And then you're going to get a nicer piece of Lumico swag gear. I think it's a Yeti for a nice, you know, Yeti tumbler at the Trailblazer category there. You also get access to our priority service line, where the team is waiting to help you out if you need something. You get that dedicated phone number at that level. At the next level, just 15 more issued apps up to 50. Again, another $100 of leads. You also are now eligible for our Find an Agent leads. We get a lot of consumers that call in that do Google searches, and you know, they hear about us in their state, do a Google search, get our customer service line. They call in asking for help, and they need an agent. Your name goes on the list to get those leads, those warm leads, you know, in your area. So those are people seeking immediate phone calls and help with their Medicare supplement. And I know a lot of the agents that I've spoken with that have helped these people have had you know, good luck in, you know, speaking with someone that's looking for quick help. They're familiar with us. They're able to go over different options, and turns out well for them. So we're happy to be able to help people that way and turn this into a lead for agents as part of this program as well. And then for support at the expert level, you also get access to Matt Marchand internally here. He's a member of our internal sales team. He's there to help you out. You get his contact information and dedication. And then if you make it to the very top, 75 issued apps, it's our pioneer level, you're going to get another lead credit, $400. You get FaceTime with our senior leadership, our C-suite, our CEO, and our chief sales officer. It also gets you an auto invitation to our annual agent trip. This year it's in Nashville. And then I'm going to help you as well. You get my contact information to along with Matt for us to help you with what you need if you need something from us. So
be careful what you wish for. I'm gonna have a lot of agents calling you, Nick.
Yeah,
be careful.
Yeah, I know, but no, it's all good. Happy to help out. We
so the apps you talked 75 apps. Yeah, 75. Is it any apps? Doesn't matter if it's, I didn't hear if it was guarantee issue any business. It's just issued apps.
There's no stipulation on the application type.
Okay. Yep. Just wanted to make sure everybody's clear of that so we know. So.
Yeah, great question. And I do have the flyer that I can share. And in the disclosure, it does go over the details for you. So you've got that.
Perfect. Yeah, and then states that it's just not available or offered. You know, we know those states. Washington is. We wish it were, but you know, just that's Washington for you. It's the best we can do. So.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, those are great perks. I like all those. I like all the steps up. That should give a little incentive to agents to even look Lumico's way even more, especially with those that new name coming out in the future. That'll be nice. That goes for the whole year, correct?
Goes for the whole year. Yep, and it will reset next year.
Nice. Very good.
So it means I have to get a new phone number next year as well.
That would be
So
a good problem, right? That'd be a good problem, not a bad one. I mean, that's how many people we're helping. That's the biggest thing.
That's right. That'd be a great problem to have. Yep, absolutely. In addition to that, again, we're applicable depending on the state. We have a Q1 bonus, app bonus. And it's a 3-app trigger in a month, 3 issued apps. We're paying $150 per underwritten MedSup. So 3 apps issued, $150 per underwritten app, retroactive to application 1. So if you had 5 issued applications in the month of January, and 4 of those applications were underwritten, and 2 of those 4 would have been used to meet your 3-app trigger, you would still get paid on all 4. It's retroactive down to app 1. Okay, so $600 extra in that scenario that I just mentioned there. We'll do this Q1. I think it'll be around for Q2 as well. So great opportunity for agents to make a little extra cash with us in their underwritten business. Okay, there's that. Let me show you one thing. These are great sites that you can go to get everything marketing materials that we have available for you. Okay, so either link will take you to either Lumico or Ellipse. If you click Lumico, there's a button at the beginning that says for Ellipse, click here, and it just brings you to the Ellipse side and vice versa. If you go to Ellipse, it'll bring you to Lumico if you need to. Click the button. We have all state-specific outlines of coverage available here. We have all state-specific marketing materials. We have information on Silver and Fit. We have rate cards, videos. We have the signature videos here. Everything is housed here and updated for you. So it's a good one-stop shop to get anything that you might need for an appointment for all things Lumico and Ellipse.
No, these are great tools, Nick. I mean, it's just to have the fingertips for the agents are huge.
Yep, nice and easy.
Access.
That's right. And I'm just finishing up here. So when you add all of this up, this is how our value comes together. We are an A-rated. We have A-rated paper backed by the largest reinsurer in the world, using our broad and long years of expertise to build the best products that we can. You know our approach to rates: competitive out of the gate and sustainable. Provide the most value for the long term that we can for consumers. Our e-app is easy. It continues to get upgrades. It does. You've probably noticed year over year, it continues to get upgrades. It's going to again this year, especially with our ease of underwriting focus that we have. And when you add up the total comp package with us, the street comp, the bonuses that we have available, you're going to see that our comp and our agent rewards are some of the strongest available in the market. So this is a nice value prop that comes together. We hope you like it too. And anything that we can do for you, we're happy to, and wish you all a successful 2024.
Yeah, much appreciated. That's for sure. I mean, it's a great tool to have. The product, the portfolio, to add that to it. Lumico just fits nicely with a lot of others. So we'll wrap it up here in just a second. There was one other question really about commissions, Nick, and it's, does that underwriting focus mean lower commissions on guarantee issue business? The states with guarantee issue business or birthday rules, commissions are sometimes a little less.
Yeah, no, it does not. No, we aren't changing the comp packages in birthday rule or anniversary rule states as a result of being more underwritten focused.
Okay.
It's more so around,
so.
Yeah, it's more so around some of the rate strategy. You'll see us shine a little brighter for underwritten business than you will with open enrollment business. And then it's also around, some of our processes. We see ways that we can make the underwriting process and the application process better through new tech or automation, or like I've mentioned, a revised app filing to make it easier. And so it's, sort of a combination of those two things that make up the focus on the underwritten side, not pulling from other things necessarily. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, Nick, very much appreciate you coming on today. It was a great webinar, as always. New exciting information on, a new carrier, a new name that's coming out, but also that silver and fit, letting them be aware, and the perks. All this stuff is great information. Everyone on the webinar, we're actually going to be reaching out after the webinar today and tomorrow with any questions, more questions you may have. But always, first thing is always make sure if you're not appointed, we want to make sure we get you appointed up and going. So if you have that client, we can get you taken care of right away. That's for sure. Nick, like I said, I appreciate you coming on. If there's anything else you'd like to say before we close up shop?
Just want to say thank you as well. Thank you, Don, for having us on, and we appreciate you all at AIM as a partner of ours, and we're looking forward to 2024.
Perfect. I appreciate it as always. Have a great day. Everyone on the line, have a great day, and we'll be talking soon. Thank you.